a sketch scraps layout. So this is a layout where I'm only using paper scraps that I used from my stash to sketch inspired layout that I just posted a couple days ago. And I also incorporated some mixed media. That's sort of a challenge that I'm trying to do, is to incorporate mixed media anytime I do a sketch scraps layout. I hope you guys enjoy.
Alright, so here are the scraps I had left over from the stash to sketch inspired layout. And so I'm trying to see how I can pull together an additional layout, confining myself to just using these paper scraps. And so what I usually will do is I'll keep a photo size in mind, and then I'll try to build layers around the scraps that I have. So in this case, I think the photo is like a 3x4 photo, I think. And I just kind of play with things. You can see I'm using paper that has, holes punched out of it with a hole punch, and I just trim with my scissors. It's a lot less traditional for how I scrapbook normally, but I've started to do this, and I'm excited to share this series with you guys because I find that when things are on our desk, I already know these papers all go together. I already created a layout using these papers, and I liked how it turned out, and I felt like it was cohesive. So why not make an additional layout using these? And another thing that I really love is I love looking at the stash to sketch inspired layout next to the layout, then using the sketch scraps, because it's quite fascinating. I have several ready to go live on my YouTube channel, and to see the difference it's really cool. You can see that you have the same papers, and sometimes I'll flip or flop. Sometimes maybe I'm using the A side in the stash to sketch inspired layout, but then in the sketch scraps layout I'm using the B side. That's not always the case, it's just kind of 50-50. But I really enjoyed this experience. I'm also finding that when I do these sketch scraps layouts, I'm starting to incorporate more mixed media, which was sort of a kind of like a goal I had in the back of my head. A lot of my favorite like mixed media stuff is in storage in Florida, and so I don't have like as many color options, I guess, as I'm used to having when I play around with mixed media, but I'm learning to kind of use what I have and get creative, and so that's what I really enjoy. I will say that I thought I had a lot more pattern paper in storage, and or in Florida, and I am currently in Florida, and so I didn't pack a lot of paper to scrapbook with in Florida because I thought I had a bunch, and all I have is one 6x8 Vicki Boutin paper pad. I have one 12x12 paper pad from Vicki Boutin that has like mixed media backgrounds already on it. And then I have some sketch kits, or not sketch kits, but like page kits that have like photos and papers already like coordinated and ready to go, but they're already like dedicated to a certain photo. So I realized that I really have been like going through a significant amount of my stash in Canada. Most of the things that I have here are already like sort of spoken for, like like this paper is supposed to be for this layout, or this box of supplies is for a specific album, and I only have like one or two of those. And then everything else is like a lot of reusable things like stamp sets, dies, mixed media stuff, stencils, and I do have a nice stash of alpha stickers here too. So that part's been really interesting for me to realize, because I kind of forgot just how much I did bring with me to Canada, and I'm really realizing that my stash to sketch inspired layouts really have inspired me to use up what I have. And now I'm taking it a step further. As you can see here, I'm using my scraps from the sketch inspired layout. And so what you saw me do is you saw me hold up the all the layers of paper to see sort of what colors I wanted where. Like if there was pink pattern paper, I didn't really want too much pink mixed media sticking out from behind the pink paper. I sort of wanted pink to be sticking out where maybe it was yellow paper or black paper, and maybe I want pink or yellow sticking out where there's pink paper. And so I did, I had put clear or white gesso on my paper, and once it dried, I used some watercolors and I added drops of water to them, and then I used the packaging technique that I learned from Missy Whitten. And then I find whenever I put gesso on a layout and mixed media, I find I tend to need to use wet adhesive to adhere things. So here I'm using my wet adhesive, and that's the only thing I found to kind of work, at least for me. If you guys know of another adhesive that doesn't require using wet adhesive to adhere to mixed media backgrounds, I am all ears, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. For most of this, I was using the Jane Davenport Bright palette. I love those little palettes because I feel like they're really small, they don't take up a lot of real estate in your craft space, and they go so far. And I personally like the quality of the color you get. So now I'm kind of building my embellishment clusters. I'm kind of figuring out where do I want my clusters of embellishments to go. I have the word paradise in the bottom right hand corner of my layout, and that's where I want to build a title and a cluster around my title. And then I decided I was going to put my other two clusters where I put word stickers. One of the word stickers says currently in the top left hand corner, and then the other one that I'm trying to find a sticker for right there, that one says love my colorful life. And this is I already knew the photo I was going to use was kind of like a summery photo of me biking, and that's why I also used the bike sticker, because Gareth and I had explored this trail that we didn't know existed, and we had a lot of fun, but it was summertime, and so I just kind of wanted like a fresh, airy, summery type layout. And I have a pink helmet on, and so it all kind of coordinates pretty nicely. And the reason you're seeing me use foam adhesive here and not needing to use I am using wet glue. So I didn't think I'd have to use wet glue because I was putting it on paper, but one wheel is on the mixed media background and one wheel's on the paper. So I think I wanted to be particularly safe. I am putting shoe stickers. I never thought I was going to use these shoe stickers, but in my head, and I promise this is how the logic goes, I'm like, well, we wear runners to like exercise and be active outside, and I have to wear them when I bike, so thus they tell some of the story. So that's kind of why I added those on there. I really thought I'd never use them. And then I added some ice cream embellishments, some star embellishments. My star embellishments have that gold glitter effect, and so I used those in two of the clusters, but then in my title cluster I didn't use a gold star because the letters, the thickers love, have that gold glittery effect, and so I didn't want to overdo it. I wanted to create balance. So you guys all know when I do my clusters, I try to either have the same motif in each cluster or the same color schemes in each cluster. And I'm really trying to embrace using mixed media, and I'm finding right now, sort of as I guess I'm speaking it now, but up until this point, an unspoken challenge that when I do a sketch scraps layout, I try to incorporate mixed media. So this is the final layout. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and please, if you have any tips or tricks on mixed media or mixed media backgrounds, I'd love to hear them. Have a great day. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye.